can see, I mean, you look at me, nobody has any concept that I might need a heart. So the way it really works is the most needy get hearts first. And I go to work and I do all the things I do, and so I'm not needy even though I have only one artery. In July of 2008, I went to Yellowstone Park, and we were walking up this mountain, going up to the top of this mountain, about 10, 11,000 foot elevation. I got up to about the 9,500 foot level, and I was just getting short of breath, and I hadn't been doing the running that I used to do, so I thought, I'm just kind of out of shape. It'd just be smart of me to not go to the top. So I made an appointment, went up with a cardiologist, went up and had an EKG, went on the treadmill and some other tests, blood work. And he brought the EKG in and sat down and started talking to me. He says, well, I see you've had a previous heart attack. I said, well, wait a minute. I said, you got the wrong chart. I said, I haven't had a heart attack. He says, no, really, you've had a heart attack. I said, no, really, you got to have the wrong thing. I've never had a heart attack. And he said, no, yeah, you've had a heart attack. So he scheduled a cardioangiogram, and from the cardioangiogram, they just took me to the 5th floor and had surgery the next morning, triple bypass. About October, I just started feeling winded again. It was like, man, this cold weather really seems to bother me. But so I went in and they did another cardioangiogram, and all 3 of the bypasses had blocked with scar tissue. So I don't know what blood was getting through where. They were able to put a stent in one of them. He told me that the other 2, were closed, permanent, and he said, I think you should consider a heart transplant. He said, we can't do anything else with your heart. And I said, all right, do what you got to do. And then in May of this year, I received a letter, and they had accepted me on the list. So I'm on the national list for heart transplant. I guess because I was a runner my whole life, my oxygen utilization is very efficient and very good. With one artery on the bicycle test, I scored 17% higher than a normal person. Almost kept me off the heart list. Can't outrun your genetics. I thought I had, but you don't. When I was doing all this testing, there were people that would come in that had had transplants. And we'd be sitting there waiting to go in to ride the bike or do whatever. The lady that was monitoring the bike ride, we were talking about people riding bikes and doing whatever. She says, she says, some people come in here. She said, a guy had a heart transplant. He was overeating. He came in overweight, got on the bike, and I said, okay, now you got to do this and this and this. He says, I'm not going to do it. He says, well, we need you to ride till you get tired. When I want to quit, I'm going to quit. So he just quit. It's like, golly, why? You've been given this really second chance at life. Well, why wouldn't you take the most advantage of it? You know what I mean? She says, oh, we have people, we can't get them to exercise. Some of them don't take their medicine. I said, let me tell you something. I said, if I get a transplant, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to smoke this bike. She laughs. That's just the way I am, I wake up, laying in bed, and I go, thanks. Come to work, do whatever, and thank God for the day. Hope I see the next one.